Negative spaces, there's a never moment. My critical corners part 2, it has happened. Oh, it actually has happened. Gonna get most people on runs. That is a cheeky. Oh my lord! Oh my! Half a second gap for Razin. He might get closer. Never mind. Razin's got a lot of people. Got a lot of people to fight for. Is this 4 wide? 4 wide for a second does not go into 1. Oh my! Down the outside. Takes a wider line than he wants. And they make contact! Josh is out of the race! A little weaving moment. I think one of them, I couldn't tell who, had a little bit of rear end. I think it's quite clear who's got the quicker car between the two of them. Dylan's making Josh think about it the entire way up the hill. He's actually gonna pull off the move. That is an impressive move up the hill. I mean, it's an alright move up the hill. I don't know why I always have to comment on the end of my outros as if that was a thing. Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're all doing good. It's NSL day. It's the action. It's the time when I get to waffle more professionally than normal, which I know I don't do often, and that is a music pause moment. It's already gone to go. The game's the game. The game's the game. I hope we're all doing good. We're here in Hungarian Grand Prix. It's gonna be a good time. Hopefully, for the drivers that we've got here today, we'll find out. I'm personally hoping there's some rain, as I always hope, and I'm hoping the strategies are nice and mixed. But we move. We move. Action with minimal action on track. It's gonna be the most bog standard race of the little people we have, but it's fine. We're gonna have a good time anyways. Hopefully. Just in case we don't know about the track, have a little look at it, all the sectors and all the good stuff, and all the tyres. It's the longest race. We've had, what, 2 in a row now? That's like 30, I think last one was 36, now there's 35. There's many. It'll be going for a while. There's no mess up with sprints and stuff, so it's going to be normal, standard action-ish. And also, we are now firmly, like, outdone with these first 2 sets of rounds, and then we've got Monza coming up next, which will be a race. At turn 1, hopefully. That'll be nice and clean. Kota, which I'm calling it that. I know it says Texas. I have to be weird and not all annoying, but either way. Brazil, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. We've got some nice tracks left. Some sprints left, some stuff left. Abruptly pausing the music because it's just more fun. It's a time. It's a time. How's the face cam? It's working. It's good news. And I'm wearing a vest today. Vests are cool. It's fun. Love us also is just British. Wait, did it say British or Britain on it, by the way? Have I never checked that? It says British. It should say Britain. Well, you know what it is. We all know what it is. Never actually spelled that. There's always a mistake when I think I've done something right. There's always a mistake. Hi, chat. How are we? Hope we're chilling. Hope it's a nice day. I should now tell the people that the lobby is open so people can join it. Should we pop that on the screen? Make sure it's set up. That's ideal. Right, let me go ahead and do my thing. Also... No, we'll get to that later. That's not important. What's broken in the preset that I have already gone through to setting up, other than the fact that obviously we haven't set the track to Hungary yet? That's slightly a smart option, but it's fine. Run, prison. There's nothing to see. Stop looking. Disgusting behavior from me. I can't believe it. If you haven't got to NYC or San Diego, what's in... I know that's rude to say, but what's in San Diego that I should be going to see? What's the attractions? I know there is. I just don't remember them. I'd go to both. I'm not the biggest city fan. Like, I don't like the team. Bad team, man, too. But I also just... I like quieter stuff. I'm a northern man. I like my small northern town, so... Both a bit... I don't know. Probably San Diego at first guess, but you can't not go to New York. But it's fine. Okay, let me double check if all this is set. Immerse, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yep, fine. All these stuff. Oh, we are good on the first attempt. Which means I can focus inviting all the people into the session. Which should be fine. Excel's people are going to be good, so I don't need to stress about them. It's just the PC dons left to go. Gonna do a Bottas turn 1 is not advised. Please do not do that. Please do not. We can't take the stress. We can't take it. Like, I would rather leave and not come back again, so don't. Okay, who else we got left? Ethan's on the Excel, so he's fine. I was confused for half a second. Where is the climb facility, right? Yes. Rowlick and Kizzo is on an Xbox, so he's good. Not bad. And Ron can join himself whenever he does it. Right. All of Britain is just saying to me Lower State is bigger than the UK. But the UK is different. I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I haven't got anything else to say on it, really. I have absolutely no clue how to compare it, so I just give up doing that a long time ago. It's a lot easier. It saves me some stress. And arguments, most likely, so... We're all good, we're all good. A lot of places are very different, though. It's fine. No, right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do him dirty. Gonna do him dirty. No double for you, Bison. You've been kicked off. Flap, you are not returning back to the lobby with your second account, and you've been done. That's what you get for trying to double spectate in my sessions. Banned offences. Why was that a full face cam moment? I don't know. Right, it's fine. It's fine. Mod abuse? No. Mod abuse would be if you did it. Streamer abuse, like, this is different. I run the event. I'm allowed. Apparently. So it's good. We don't need cheating. Oh yeah, we said this. This is the same thing as before. Oh sure. We move. Gita, how are you doing, by the way? Good to see you. I hope you're doing good as well. Hope everyone's chilling and having a nice Tuesday. Tomorrow is F1 Esports. F1 Sim Racing Championship. I mean, the account's called F1 Esports on socials, so I think I'm allowed to still call it that. I haven't been specifically told I'm about to get told off in about 10 minutes. I haven't been specifically told which one to say yet, so I'm saying them both, and we'll figure it out later. But I'm excited anyways. That's gonna be good though. Finally telling McLaren the street. Referee. It's all good. Why is Rich in the game? What's going on? Why are you all joining in to spectate the session? Why is the kick option still here? You can kick multiple people. Have they changed that? That's very useful if that's the case. I don't know if that's true. Anyways, we move. Shall we go for some standings and stuff early? Do we need to do that? Why not? It involves quickly switching music to aggressive music for absolutely no reason. Because why not? Why not? Let me have some constructors on the board. Don't need this much aggressive music to start. You know what? We'll whack it to the normal. That was too much. Anyways, yeah. What's changed since last time? Let me have a little reminder of what happened last time out. AlphaTauri got some double points, so they're now comfortably in the lead on 445. As if there wasn't before and for many, many rounds. That's been the case. But they haven't won for a while until last time out. Josh finally broke the duct for a couple of races. He's back there. Ferrari are still in second position. Still? Yes? Yes. Anyways, I've wondered if they overtook the last weekend before that one. Aston Martin are in third. Williams have now jumped up ahead of Red Bull because the Red Bull driver left Red Bull and went to the team below them to overtake them, and I'm confused why, but the game's the game still. He's done it, and now they're ahead, and he's possibly going to chase Aston Martin if they drop enough points. We'll see. And then in the bottom half, if you remember, McLaren, I do believe, was last in the Constructors, or second to last, and all of a sudden, a second in the sprint, a sixth in the sprint, a fourth in the race, and now they've gone from 10th to 6th. That bottom half is just whoever scores points decently in the week gets immediate jump position. So Alpine, anyone who just scores points in that will get it, and if they don't, it's funny, but the game's the game. And anyways, the main part everyone loves is the drivers, which has had some racing action between the top people in there, which we love to see. The gap's still big. The gap is 87 points now. It was down to 82 at one point after the last few races from F1 Kid. The sprint round gave Josh the advantage again. It's closed in a tiny bit. There's still a big gap, so Josh is probably happy with it. F1 Kid's probably fuming with it. Behind that, Ethan's closed. It's not too far away, we're only 26 further back. Sasso in 4th has been leaped. Music is reset. Raul's in 5th position. The rest of the points you can see are all aboard for the people. And the spreadsheet shows all of them, because obviously we can only show the top 10 on the screen, because that's a lot of text, and that's far too much for me to showing at one time. I'm ran out of words now. Shout out to the upgrades, by the way. I like that. I mean, they got drivers, to be fair. That's an upgrade. Having people racing in the cars is a good upgrade. Good evening to Kizzo, and not good morning to Raul, because that's not the time. Fair enough. South facing a race after Austria. I mean, Austria was an unfortunate skill issue after the spin. The game's the game. The game's the game. I wouldn't feel as bad about that. Really, if he is. But it's okay. Don't let him buy a Ferrari in my eyes. Hang on. Josh, I know you know this, man. Just to confirm, is he actually doing that? Is he actually attempting to race Because if he is... It's interesting news. It's interesting news. Big up to nose cam, by the way. If you want to force the whole league to go on nose cam, it's a good time. Probably. Can you tell him to not do it? To stop making me believe and achieve. But welcome back, Kizza, by the way. I have not seen you in a hot second. Stream-wise and game-wise. Nice to have it. It's nice to have it. We love it. Yeah, numbers are low. Game is stunk slightly, but it happens. The game is the game. We know this stuff happens, but nearer to the end of the year. Why am I on there? Yeah, where is Ron? Ron is normally in here. He's refusing to spectate. Damn. We move. He is lying. He's paying He's probably paying 2K as well. It's fine. It's fine. Or are you paying 2,000? Oh, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. We've gone too far. Sure, why not? Why am I back here? I'll go over there. So who's switching screens on me? As if I didn't just do that with my own fingers on the button. I think I just lose my head when I'm actually streaming. I enjoy having far too much control over buttons. Physical buttons to just mess around with the stream is far too entertaining. Especially with... Now I'm just making noise on my desk. Anyways, we move. I'm giving one last double check. Something seems like it should go wrong, considering it is all so nicely set up. It is! No, that's right as well. Why is it all set up correctly? Even yawning before the stream has started, that is... Or the race has started, sorry, that is outrageous. Nothing is set up incorrectly. For context, this happens quite a lot. I don't know how, but sure. Even on reduce for the thing. Stop trying to put it... No. That's not wrong. That's good. Even, you know that's good. That is prime, beautiful entertainment. You're always a big fan of rain. Why does everyone dislike the rain? Rain... How many rain effective races have we had? I wish I could mark it somewhere in the result. I can't remember exactly. But we've had a fair few. Give me a race. How many races do you want? How many races do you want, Ralph? I could think about it. Controller, no ABS, them sweats of 8. Listen, soon we'll roll up and start saying no assist are allowed. I don't think we'll ever get to that point. Are we ever going to get to the point where we turn assist off? What assists are like annoying? That are ruining the fun. None. ABS. I just want to get rid of the ABS merchants. Man has checked in and again and is in his race. Right. I mean, if he's racing, he has to just race. I just don't. As long as he ain't trolling last second. Sure. He had checked in before, and I did contractually tell him if he's checking in, you can't leave. So it's fine. Now, to be fair, he had actually checked in beforehand. He just decided to meme afterwards and uncheck in. So the game is a weird game. I don't know. We have to be lax on the rules sometimes. Do we? No. No, we don't. Anyways, new music. We're slightly closer to the time. We're off the rails. The end of F1 23 has brought us to this life. It's not even the end. It's still got... How long's the game got left, actually? Like a month and a half? It's got some time. Anyways, there's still time left to be ran on this game, but it's all deaded. I can't wait for F1 24 so it can be fresh. We're streaming loads of lobbies. Everyone likes the game again, at least for 2 weeks. And then season 11 will kick off and be a bit strong. This isn't that, so we have to sit and wait. For a tiny bit longer. How much longer? I'm also waiting for the slight voice chat suspension. I'm certain I set the lobby up in time for it. And by the way, again, same thing. It's Tuesday stream. I should really just turn it off on the Tuesday, to be honest. Because I doubt I'm going to have a point to put the music on, because I always have custom music during NSL. Remind me to turn song requests off on Tuesdays. And again, I might try to at the end if I can remember. If I can't, same as well. I'll give you the points, but I feel bad. I should just not have them on. Smart streamers would do that. I'm going to remember the message. To tell everyone they can actually start and get ready with the race. It's not 59 yet. Ron is also, if he is trying to get in the lobby, cutting it close to get in for the start of the qualifying session. That is not ideal. Where is my preset radio message? We are upgrading. It's leveled up slightly. Okay. Only 60 seconds to go. I really hope there's some rain on the session. Ron is... I mean, he can say things on that, but he is not here yet, and there's 60 seconds until I shout everyone to press the ready up button. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways, yeah. This should be a good time. We'll find out. Hungary is a tricky track to overtake with. I don't know how this is going to run down. The only way it will work is if Mark tells everyone there's a good thing coming. There he is. He's squeezed in a good time. I don't know what car he's going to pick, because he's... It is here in time! Oh, it is! We're good. I've been getting back to it. I've been sitting in the lobby enough time to actually get the voice chat suspension on lock. I've been slacking for the last few races. We're back. Good luck to everyone in the session. It's going to go down absolutely sweetly. Ron, as soon as he's picked a car, pretty much, we are good to go, because I've already a message getting pinged in. Right, everyone who's watching along, sitting at home, in the game, in the race, all of the above, whatever option you like, pick one, I don't know. It's time to run. It's time to run with the action. Lions decided to go in a Red Bull, all of a sudden, and Ron's in a Ferrari. Not bad. I don't know what this means. We'll find out. Can't wait for my awkward having to sit up, turn the face cam off, and plug out my headset, but it's okay. As soon as we get a new headset, we can finally stop doing that. And sit back and relax with the action. Richie, I hope you enjoy the spectating stuff. Sure. Hang on. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Facecam is going to temporarily get turned off. Let's do some racing action. You know what? While there's no cars on the track, you can have the build-up music, because I still need to plug out my headset. Have that for 30 more seconds. That was not 30 seconds, but it's fine. When Astro A50X, that's actually what we need. It would be an absolute utter dream. Is it not assigned? Why? If you could assign, I could hear the game. There we go. That's what I need. I should turn the notification off. I'm sick of seeing it. Right. Welcome in. This is now the waffle stage. The face cam can also now return. I'm actually sat back at the desk. There's cars on the track. There's 8 vehicles on the racetrack doing racing action. I don't know, but we'll see how it is. Who is the first? It is Ethan. Can I roll off some stats for the pit? I thought that was Avatar in the background, just careering into the barrier, even though that's not possible in the pit lane, because you can't control your car. If it was, no one would ever leave the pit lane in the lobbies, because everyone would just block them at all times. Literally every single... I could be quite funny. But it's bad, so we won't. Okay, well, I would have already heard by now if there's any rain shouts, so I'm suspecting there isn't for this first time. Because they would have already checked and seen, but it's a shame. Unless they're slowly reading it and finding out. We've seen a lot of people on their outlaps already. Bynes selecting his... As he always does when he's in the pits, and any NSL race I've ever seen him in, as he's back temporarily, he's on a hard tyre, and... Rowlick is... okay. Now, I'm aware that this man has a qualifying ban, which means he can't take part in qualifying and set a time. I'm not sure why that means he has to now leave the pits. Well, he doesn't have qualifying, it just has a 10 place, but he's going to take it at the back of the grid anyways, because that's where it's going to put him. Why he's opted to leave the garage at all on an intermediate time, I don't know. It's an interesting sight. Got some tips from Safso, what a guy over there. What tips you got? By the way, Safso is a guy. I mean, in general, and is also a cool guy. We love him. He's an absolute legend of the game. And his hair's alright. Got good hair. What did he tell you, man? What did he tell you? We are interested in the news. See if it was useful tips and advice. There's both the Ferraris are out on the track. And Ethan's on the boards, and I want to see who's grabbing pole position, and if it's going to be anyone else that isn't F1 Kid and Josh. I have no opposition to anyone who's actually getting it, but a mix-up for the stats looks nice on the board. At one time when someone else randomly just decides, you know what, it's my turn to get pole position, would be a vibe, so we'll see where it runs down. Rouse is down again because he's got 10 place pen. The only person who's on the track at the moment who's got a penalty to deal with, so that's fine. There's no stress on this person's going to drop 5 positions. That was a lot of curb. I'd still love them to, at one point, remove the random, like, bulge on the top of the curb that isn't there in real life anymore and hasn't been for a long time. But it's still there. It's fine. Purple sectors from Ethan for the first two. Surprising, as he's the only person on track who's done any of those sectors. Not surprising at all. We'll see what the benchmark time is. I think I've heard enough times from people sweating it out that I might know what's competitive. Possibly, and I think I even remember last year's poll time. So we'll see if we get anywhere near close to that. 15.7 is the first time on the board. It looked a tiny bit scruffy, and my brain says there's more time in there for a lot of people. Or maybe everyone bottles, I don't know. But it's good. It's good. Anyways, I mean, being a bad timer is different anyway, because if you just don't deliver it on the day, it doesn't really matter. Everyone can set bad times as long as you've just set the best of the bad times. It's all good. There's a better time. There's one I was expecting to see. A 15-1 from Josh as he tops the board. We'll follow on his championship rival, or at least his closest for now, as Ron's gone at a 16-1. I don't think he's... I thought he was on an outlap at that last time. Shows how off he was on pace, I guess. I don't know. Sure. It's a purple middle sector for F1 Kid. That's a bit of a slide on the rear of the car, though. But if it's purple in the second, you might only lose a bit. Just can't afford to lose too much by the end of this final corner, which is a nice, long, sweeping one. If you mess up the start, you're going to ruin it at the end. Keeps within track limits. That's... I thought that was a scary thing, but I forgot how far up the line was. It's a 15-2. I, for a second, thought I was going to see a 14, or even a 13. I was like, a 13 is not possible by us mortal humans. Mine is on a hard tyre. I'm not going to read out his time, but he is on a hard tyre. That's some action. But fair game. Clownfish is still on the track as well. We're still missing from 2. Kizzo was the closest to picking back on the track. Shout out to seeing Kizzo again, as always. I just like seeing the Mercedes on the car as well. It's pretty fun. Setting a time that might not be in a hard tyre runner at the moment. That's not ideal. I might be happy with that. Because Kizzo's got plenty of laps left to do anything with it, so it's all good. I've broken a streak of watching purple sectors every time I go on board with a car. That's ruined it. It's fine. Where the Clownfish last qualify is the thing I'd love to check, but I don't keep that as an actual stat anywhere, which I really should. I'd love to know everyone's highest qualifying position and stuff, which I'll hopefully get in a little bit. I suspect so from Ethan. I feel like a lot of people, except probably first and second, are worried about what times they've set. 17.5. Everyone's got a time on the boards. 2 Ferraris in the middle of the pack, surrounded by some Williams, a Williams sandwich filled with Ferraris. AlphaTauri at the top, fine in 6th, and Mercedes of 7th. And obviously, I think it's an entire AlphaTauri sandwich, if you count the fact that Raul is at the back. He had to be there, but it's always going to be one of those. Unless someone else gets pulled, we'll see. We'll see. Don't believe, because it was actually on a lap. We'll see if, yeah, his battery's going to regen. He's not. He's coming in. Not bad. I'm upset that I've not heard a single call about rain. Which, to be fair, the actual race strategy that I'm looking at, that should be fun, involves 2-stopping action. To the point where it's the fastest strategy by a good distance, if there's no safety cars and stuff to mess it up. So that's quite fun. I like that sound. I like how that sounds. Because I haven't seen a good 2-stop in a hot second. I've seen rain, which is fun. But sometimes I want one or the other and not both spoiling each other at the same time. The main thing is I just don't want a 1-stop. That's the main thing. Fine, he's complaining about his lap. No, it was good. That was a great lap from you, That's a great lap. Fully dry. That is sad. It's not sad. You know what? No, it's good. Race strategy and dry tyres is good. I ain't going to complain. Who's that leaving the track again? Someone else is just out of the garage. It's both Ferraris on the way out. Ron never takes part in these. So it's great that we've got his presence on the track. I'm trying to see what he's cooking in a competitive environment. Well, the environment being he just has to actually now try rather than just chill. This is my practice. I respect it. We'll find out. We move. His high fuel runs are on his car right now. Testing for the main racetrack. I will talk about the racetracks later on. I have 3 options that I think people are probably going to be picking, and I don't know which one they'll go for at some point. But I'd like a mix. I think there'll be a good mix. I think the start might look like everyone's on the same strategy, but otherwise it will look nicely mixed up and jumbled. Only 3 cars are on the track for now. Is Ethan going to grab a pole position? Has Ethan had a pole position? Am I tripping if he has or not? He hasn't. He's had a nice resurgence of form in this season in general. who's performed well, got a win, and all that good stuff. But yeah, it's not a pole position. If he's gonna win, you should be able to get a pole position. I don't know if that's a statistically true thing, but should we watch and see if he can have it? DRS is open, nicely done. I love that DRS zone, and I hate it. Hate it as a driver, love it as a spectator. Because if the traction is just a bit off and you're trying to risk getting it on early, that either you'd wait later and lose time, or open it early and lose the rear. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm out of win and not a pole. Yeah, but you're not in league until today. But Ethan is a regular, so I can actually commentate on his whole... You left, so it doesn't count. I'm kidding. I know it's common. It's just... I'm saying, like, you should be able to get one. I want to see a possibility that he can get one at some point in the season. And he'll get one eventually, I'm assuming, but... Maybe he comes into F1 24 and he's absolutely cracked. That was premium track limit usage. That I respect. Tiny little lift for this right-hander. The rear starts to slide a tiny bit, but I think it's okay and good. 9 thousandths of a second off his best time. Which means... not ideal? Because I'd assume he said it was a bad lap before. If he's barely improved on it, unless the final corner was the worst corner in history, this is going to be a very similar time. Let's find out. Comes across the board. Is it going to be quicker than a 15.7? It is! By 68 hundredths, it's a 15.702 instead of a 15.8. Okay. It's improved, but we move. Scrub soft, that makes more sense. I didn't even see the fact it was on 2 laps. In which case, that's probably okay. Improved on your second time on used tyres is interesting. Header-rooms on a 57 brake bias on a 50-50 track. I mean, I don't play the game enough to understand if that's a big significant thing or not. Other than the fact 57 is probably not ideal. The game's the game. The game's the game. I'm not fussed that much. If it looks like he's struggling on the racetrack, then we'll be fussed, because that's content to look at. And we move. Did Ron have an attempt there? Was he not also on a lap? Is he on a lap now? Why am I struggling to tell if he's on a lap or not whilst watching his car on the racetrack? He is, okay. His battery was regenerating a lot, so I was actually unsure if he was pushing or not. Either way, he's 4 temps up in the first sector, so he's going for something. If he kept that gap the entire way for the rest of his lap compared to anyone else, roughly gonna match his teammate. For now. That camera angle looks weird watching it from that point of view. Those curves need to get changed and updated. Middle sector's very technical and true. Didn't use as much track as his teammate, but we'll see if that changes. Only person on the track, so no stress. That was nice. That was nice usage. Half a second up. That's putting him in better territory for P3, but he's going to need more than that for a P2 or P1. It would be funny if he hops in after not racing ever and just collecting himself a pole position. That would be a funny time. I don't know if that's going to happen as he rounds the final corner nice and smoothly, I'd say. The rear, tiny twitch, but it's not horrible. 15 something, 15.5, half a second improvement total. Final sector didn't gain as much as the other two did. 10th and a half ahead of a script set from his teammate. The Ferrari's looking good if they get some good laps in then. They could be looking not too bad. If Ron's got more pace in him, I don't know if he has or not. And if Ethan's got a new tyre that he can run, and obviously that was a scrub tyre that beat his first bad attempt, we could be in for something. Could be in for something. Dylan 2.0. Dylan is not here. There is no Dylan 2.0. There is only a Dylan. There's a 42nd Dylan. Don't know where the other 41 went from. Or would they be 43 total? Dylan West and then Dylan West 1 and 2 and 3. Why am I... Waffle in between people's hot laps is what I do best, apparently. You're going to pass the time somehow. Mine's leaving the track again on hard... I don't understand why he's using hard tyres, but sure. He's doing that. 2 temps slow in every sector, that's not ideal. At least you know where to find the time. There's many things you can account that to, I guess. I don't know. Depends what you're doing. 2 temps every sector might just be tyres bad in all the sectors. Could be 3 individual mistakes in all the sectors. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of things. That is sizable gaps though on a track that is only 1 minute 15, 14, 30, like that sort of length time-wise. Okay, you should also, yes, going quicker would assist you in most scenarios. I would say that to any of these 8 people in the session. It would help. It wouldn't be too bad. That Carfish on the track as well, where is he? Roughly at the start. 5 and a bit minutes left. I guess technically tyres are useful here now. I don't know, I never really think about the fact that you should actually be saving some tyres sometimes. Being a 2-star, what, you're going to use at most Well, you can't use a medium if anyone ever would have wanted to do that, so it's fine. A hard tire might be... No one's going to use that in qualifying unless you're buying for some reason. I don't think softs are really going to be limited. Like, I don't know if there's ever a track that it's two-stop and you need to use most of the softs for it. And so therefore you need to rest them in qualifying, unfortunately. But it'd be cool to see that sort of thing. Fine is on the track. He is going to use some hard tires. I mean, I'm intrigued how this goes if he improves, as he claimed it was a bad lap before. DRS is open, as an after kindly ahead. I do believe that will be Josh. Can only be Josh. Getting nicely out of his way, not impeding. Josh does not need a penalty now to start derailing any momentum and creating mind games against himself, I guess, to prove him out the title. That'd be quite crazy. Losing the title by mind gaming your own self and getting your own self penalties with no one else helping you out. Interesting times. 420 left, not too bad. Right. That's not what... I'm not trying to see that, Ral. I'm not going to lie. That's a threat I don't need given to anyone in the session. Don't do that. Don't do that. Bad. Slightly bad. 2.5 temps up is better. That's good. That's a good sound. Ron has gone into the pits. Check the times are full. I'm not trying to wait 3 minutes 50 seconds. Fast forwards to game. Oh, I respect it. Career mode merchants are back. I respect the vibes. I respect the vibes. And he's going to improve by a little bit. A couple temps. 4 temps, in fact, to go 5th. At any time, he could come into the pits and use a soft compound tyre. For some reason, I don't know why he just doesn't want to do it. Honestly, there's no bias to anyone in here because I'm just here to commentate and have a good time, watch some nice racing, see some good strategies, etc. I would like to see all the cars on the fastest tyre at some point in quali. That is a suggestion I would always recommend. So the hard tyre is not what I want to see. But sure. Anyways, current provisional pole sitter. Josh is on the softs. I don't believe he'll have time if he wants to do this lap, get in the pits and get out on a never fresh set. So I'm assuming that Josh's attempt is definitely going to be a fast lap and possibly doing a never scrubbed run on the same tyres, all backing out if he needs to. We'll see what he does. A little bit down on his first sector. Guess that means he got the ultimate out of it, or he struggled to find the extra time if there was any. Basically matched it though. Still time to go. Dylan, welcome in, good sir. Good to see you. Good to see you again. You're about to watch your old foe try and cook without you stressing him out in a wet session, which we're also not going to get because it's dry, unfortunately. Hi, Dad. I hope wet's good, vibe's good, all that good stuff. Middle sector time, is it going to be good for Josh? He's a bit up. He might be screaming at a 14 something. And if I'm right, that is almost going to match last year's pole position time. If he keeps this momentum going. Everyone gets out on the track as well as Ron and Kizzo in the Mercedes. They're all on their outlaps, cruising around, getting their tyres warm and ready. Josh, this might be his last attempt if he's not going to get enough time to do another lap. Squeezes in a 14.933. It's a pretty exceptional time. What's anyone else going to do with that news? 3 tenths of a gap between anyone close. F1 would love to just get one over Josh again. Ron would love to just be a vibe and gain 6 tenths of time. Josh could also quite easily still do another lap. As I feel like Ethan's time beating on his scrubbed was more he messed up his first lap so badly, rather than the scrubs just being good. I'm pretty certain it's that. I'm pretty certain tyres aren't friendly around here, hence 2 slots being a thing. Quali's over. Quali is not over. It's got 1 minute and 27 seconds left to go, actually. Thank you very much. But I respect the enthusiasm to see laps go through extremely quickly. Ron, what are you telling us? Next car to start the lap on the board. I mean, intrigued to see how this man goes. Every time I watch him, we're either in the wall together or doing something else. So competitive racing from this man would be quite fun to see. DRS is open. Thought the camera, who was either, like, badly placed or he'd spun. He was still going on the track. That's good to hear. Well, maybe it's still on board so I can see it this time. Had the rears sliding up a tiny bit. First sector split compared to his last lap is going to be a little bit up. No, it's pretty much matched. Drops the rear and he was inches away from being out of track limits. That's a good save to keep the lap going, but probably now going to lack a chance to improve. I'm surprised, to be fair, after that he didn't want to back out and maybe just go for another attempt on clean run, but he's firming it. Isn't too fussed by anything else. The rest of the cars are all slowly starting their laps, so try and catch on over their first sectors. In fact, we'll check Kizzo's as he's about to cross for the same point. Is he going to improve massively? He'd love a massive improvement. A 10 up just. is what he wants to see. The other Ferrari of Ethan is also on his run. We'll check back in with Ron just before he crosses the line. Ethan's first set to time is gonna be... Oh, 10th and a half. Might be able to battle back against his teammate, depending on if his teammate improves or not, which we're about to find out. That was wildly over the line and wasn't an improved time. And he won't have time to go again because I doubt he's got enough bats or anything. He'll be 5th place. F1 Kid has not gone close enough and only sits 2nd on a 15-0. Pretty much exactly a 10th behind. Everyone can find a 10th if you really wanted it, which must be fuming. He must be fuming at that. I would be if I'm only a 10th away. But fair enough, he got close and Josh's time so far has withstood the test. Ethan's still out on the track with so is Clownfish and Kizzle to try and dethrone. Technically Ron still is as well, but not on a run to time. Ethan's open the DRS, whacks it open, see what he's going to go across the line with. It's a 15-4, he beats his teammate to P3, 4 attempts off 2nd and 5 off 1st. Well, still basically 4. Fair enough. Claims attempts lost in the middle. Because technically it would have been too much use, but still. Clownfish stays in P5 with improved time. Vine is obviously not on the track, and Kizzo is... Is Kizzo 1,000th off? No way that's correct. I'm assuming it's just that... No. I can't believe that he set a 17.815 and then an 816. Okay, yeah, it just wasn't. Game glitches decided to lie. Well, that appears to be qualifying. Just in case anyone's wondering if Ron was going for it, he wasn't. He is just reversing on the track for interesting reasons. And has been reset. I have that. Yeah. Trying to manipulate the rules? Sure. We move. Anyways, yeah, qualifying on a reset. Josh will be taking on his pole position. That's all. Why that's not end of the session, I don't know. There we go. We move. Could have been alright. Listen, there's plenty of race to go. We've done the iffy bit where everyone actually has to just be on point for one lap. We can move on to the next bit. So we can see the positions, of course, properly and legit. As I said, Josh, pole position for this manyth time in a row. It's leapfrog between F1 Kid and Josh in pole positions as it has done since Silverstone, and it's done it again, so fair game. Second place only a 10th behind, literally just under, so it's very close between those two on 1 lap pace on soft, so maybe that will change later on. Ethan in P3 claims there's more time, probably is. Ron probably had more in it as well if he could have properly improved on the lap. Clownfish in a pretty nice P5, but a bit of a gap on time. By 6, didn't get a lap in, I don't think that he actually cared about, so I don't... Maybe he really cares about the hard tires, I don't know. Because he was 7th, and obviously route red pen means he had to start at the back, he'll sit on an 8th position. Stuff might happen from the back to the front, the rest I have absolutely no clue. The strat will be interesting, because I'm here for it. I'm actually here for this, this will be good. No clouds, which is pain. But the strategy is actually generally going to be fun. But let them all pick whatever they're going to do, and then I'll waffle about it. Because, I don't know, there's no real need for that to happen, but it's all good. Is F1 Kid going to do the usual... I don't think his account's done it for a while, but normally his account just leaves mid-session on this loading screen. I think he's been given permission to stay, but that's good news. Not bad. That is good spelling. Ethan, maybe... I thought he was just really excited about the fact it's going to be an interesting strat. Gonna be interesting. You can roll your R's, that sounds cool. If you don't, then it's not entertaining at all. He's got taking a sweet time. Sweet time. I see. Someone is checking the strategy. I suppose, Josh, get in the session, lad. I see you check it. Someone tell him to get off the sheet. Get off. Checking his race strats before. I understand that. It's fine. I didn't realise everyone took this long to... There we go, there's the time. I was going to say, taking a sweet time. I need to waffle. I can't wait much longer. Okay. We can get on board. Oh, it's a mix! Oh, it's a mix. Okay. That is not the mix I was expecting. In fact, I was expecting uniformity between the exact same medium compound tyre. For all the cars, in fact. Like, literally all of them. Right, sure. Anyways, we move. So, what have I got on the board to actually have a look at is all of a sudden everyone's forgot how to follow under a safety car. And if they all start complaining that... I mean, safety car's formation that. If they all start complaining that people out in the right order and then hit people and take them off laps and got cold tyres, then, oh, it's on their business. Anyways, 2-stop is the way to go, but it's only done a very specific way as far as I can see. It's between using 2 mediums and a soft tyre. Whichever order you want to do that is clearly up to you. As Ethan's on a soft tyre, he wants to start on it. Same for Carfish and Bind. Kizzo is on a hard compound tyre. Now, the hard is perfectly usable for a 1-stop. But this says there's a 6-second delta time between a 2-stop with 2 mediums and a soft and a 1-stop. So, I don't know. We'll see how that runs or whatever. I have absolutely no clue, but it's fine. Hard compound tyres, I wasn't expecting to see. That's all I'm saying. There is the other strat of 2 mediums and a hard, which is slower than the normal 1-stop. So basically, it's 2-stop with 2 mediums or 1-stop with a medium and a hard. Kizzo, I guess, is committed to that strategy because there's no 2-stop that would be worth doing with that strategy. Unless there's a hard, soft? Maybe? I don't know. Basically, it's a mix. Everyone is doing everything. But long-term short, we should be looking around lap 12 to see what people actually are doing. Maybe a little earlier on the soft, depending on what the tyres are like. Anyways, we move. Let's go to the track. Grid up. It's a pollen count higher, so we've got very hay fever-like symptom. I'm so blessed I still haven't seen hay fever in my life for a while. And I don't want to ever again. Thank you for some reason giving me immunity in my nose. I don't know who I'm thanking. Should we talk about the race? We probably should do that. We're about to kick off. The lights are on the screen. All 5 are there. The ghosted car's probably going to set off on its own. And then we're racing in Hungary. Everyone's got away off the line well. No one speared into the wall. That's a very good start. And Ralph's already ahead of Kizzo at the back of the grids. And Josh has got an absolutely beautiful lead. Another Ferrari's going to think down the inside. I think they are. Ron's going to send it into P2. Pushed wide is Ethan as F1 Kid tries to keep himself on the roads. 2 Ferraris are making a meal of this Williams car, and he's going to try for it again. He stays behind. Meanwhile, further back, we've got Bind and the Williams of Cloudfish challenging. The cars are shuffling all over the pack. Raul is trying to have a look down the inside, but Ethan says, nah, boss, none of that. Ron into second place. The soft tyre runners have, I think, all collectively either not gained or dropped positions. Not what I expected to see. Now, this track's obviously difficult overtaking around, especially this section. If you haven't sorted it by the first sector, you're sat behind for the rest of the lap. Unless you can start to get a little bit creative, which is going to be tricky. Ron has a second gap already. I feel like F1 Kid's going to rue letting anyone past him straight away, because he might have had the pace to keep up with Josh, but... well, now he's not got anything to do. He's behind and sat waiting with a Ferrari sandwich, with him being the filling of it. I'll have to work pretty quickly to make his strat run. I don't know if people are going to start alternating on strats, but I'm pretty certain if it's an equal 2-stop between most of them, just got to get a move on. Quite simple. Got to get a move on and get overtaking cars as quick as you can, and I think Ethan might start to do just that. Is he going to spoil F1 Kid's plans as he tries to squeeze into the inside? He's almost going to clobber his teammate as a very late braking move is done, but he's completed it. That was risky. He got forced to the inside, took the risk, and has done just that. F1 Kid tries to send it back around the inside, but I think the soft tyre grip might just be too much, and Ethan has indeed, after 2 attempts, kept it. Has he going to survive a second attempt up the hill? And if you can survive those attempts, that's pretty much your move set and done. There's no real possibility unless you can late brake through it. Ethan has done a nice, astounding job. In the meantime, another half a second pushed and gained from Josh to Ron's car. If these teammates are working together, as Ron looks like he's had not a good run whatsoever, and is now losing whole heaps of time, they would want to let the soft tyre runner go so he can make some ground on the car's air. But right now, he's just sat behind him and not letting anything work. These two might need to sort themselves out if they want everything to run, or Ethan might just be upset that nothing's being sorted out so he can get a position into second. Because 2.3 seconds of a gap is heavy. That's a large amount. DRS will get enabled after this lap. Obviously not for this first sector, but the detection point for the next one, I don't believe it's a double, so they will get it for the next very small straight, which I don't know why they have it. It's very short. Even goes down the inside and sets himself up, and whilst I'm seeing behind, Raul and F1 Kid, the two drivers that I do believe like to race anyone hard that they're up against, appear to be racing hard up against each other. That, I'm not going to lie, I'm quite here to see. Like, racing alongside, different, but watching it is quite fun. Equal tyre strat, none of them are on a hard tyre or anything like that. This could be nice and fun. Ethan's got a couple more laps before his soft tyres start to die off to see if he can start to gain, as that was a lot of curb taken by Raul's car. Meanwhile, the splinters of the grid has slowly happened. Bias on the soft has dropped 1.4 seconds to the rest, and holy crap, am I seeing a dive down the inside? Oh, we have just seen a dive down the inside of the blue. That must have been a sudden one. That has to have been a big sudden one. Okay, Ronner's been caught out. Caught napping. An aggressive F1 kid move has come back again. What is new? He's up into P3. 1.3 second gap, but Ethan's managed to pull away and do his business, so maybe he starts to close him back in once the soft tyres start to die off. I feel like Raul might try and emulate that, though. In a little bit, as everyone else behind is now also caught up. Biden's within a second. Clownfish is also within. Kizzo has dropped back a bit, but it's expected. I know he's 1.8 second gap now, but with the hard tyre compared to softs and the rest, I'd say it's not out of the question. His race is going to come later when obviously everyone else's tyres have aged and he's on something alternate. As Raul is deciding to make his send, locks up the front tyres for a change. And Ron has been pushed off at the same time. I don't know which way round that was. It was a bit of both. Bit of pushing, bit of just Ron going wide, but I don't know if Ron's going to be complaining about that too much or not. Either way, Ron's into P5 and Raul's up into 4th place, and that's some curb. People taking a lot of curb at this track today. They're taking big risks. Raul has just not taken any curb at all and gone well off the track whilst I just watched him there. He'll take a firm warning. Well, I'd hope so. If not, then the game is ignoring all the stats. Sure, gap's 2.7. It started to stabilise a little bit. The soft tyre run of Ethan now managed to actually... It's not really eat into the gap, just stop it getting too big. But I assume in another lap or two, it will keep getting bigger again as the soft tyre ages and no longer is actually as quick. I mean, if it's only equaling now, then it means they're at the same pace. That means there's no advantage left and it's only going to start to get worse. He's limited the damage as much as he can. Pit stop time loss is about 20 seconds, I think, around here, so you want to keep that in mind of how long and how much you could possibly undercut as well. It's doable. If anyone wants to really come in early. I'm not sure when the soft tyres will come in, actually. Maybe lap 10? Laps early if you want? You can probably play around with the 2-stop timings. We'll see. I have absolutely no clue, but we move 3-second gap. It's slowly getting bigger. F1 Kid's still got the big 1.6 gap, so he's not really closing in either, so Josh just might be quick, because if Ethan's scenario was he's slower now, then both of those cars would be either pulling away and catching him, but it's not really happening yet. It's still holding. Hello, train that is still forming behind though. Wait and see if Ron starts to reel in a tiny bit. Fine is stripped out of DRS once again by just a couple attempts as everyone starts to settle in and not being fighting for the last part of the middle sector. 3.2 gap. It's still getting bigger. It's a worrying time. Gap's now 3 seconds at the back as well between Kiz and the rest. Slowly getting a tiny bit bigger. The grid's still roughly together. I want to try and see what the leading gap is. No one's out of a pit stop. In fact, we'll leave it on this for a bit. It's going to be a while till we get pit stop gaps behind where if you pit, you're still going to see a car in your way. Although, to be fair, the cars at the back all do have to pit early, so either they create a gap, that's a slide and a half a row, or they force themselves to be in the way of the leaders once they've ended up pitting. Long time to go to actually see what actually happened. Long time. I'm surprised that gap's not got a little smaller than that. Only half a second after the slide I just saw from the AlphaTauri's car. Brave stuff. DRS is going to get whacked up in a never wide moment. Raul's struggling slightly. Has had some occasional moments sometimes in races where he just has struggling times. But I mean everyone does. I think I just keep catching Raul's moments every time I'm looking, as I did just catch Ron's moment of him completely drifting around, what, turn 1, 2, 3? I want to say? I don't remember the turn numbers at Hungary, unfortunately. There's a never slide. Everyone's doing their fair share. Not too bad. And I think now Ethan's soft tyres are starting to do what soft tyres do. He's now lost another, what, 6, 7 attempts to Josh, and has roughly lost the same to F1 Kid, so I'd be quite inclined to say that's just his own tyres going away now. But how long can he keep those going for? Does he want to keep him going to fight alongside F1 Kid, or is he just going to pit the second F1 Kid catches up, so he doesn't end up losing any time to fighting? Is he going to pit now? 6 laps in on his soft tyre strat? 5 laps technically? I don't know. Check on board just in case it does. That is a sliding moment. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have been surprised if I saw him do that and think, screw it, take the hit. I think the soft tyres are aged a bit. Ron is into the pits on lap 7. Is Ron going for an aggressive undercut? Or has he broken his front wing somewhere? He's not. He's going for a one-stop on lap 7. Now, I'm pretty certain it can happen. The hard tyres can probably go to the end of the race from here. I'm not surprised by that, if that is true. But if it was meant to be a normal one-stop, it's not meant to be now. That's meant to be in, like, 8 laps, 9 laps. I don't believe that as a reason. Sure, right. Either way, that's extremely early. To be fair, I mean, that will work out as an undercut if he can still make some time up, and if he's... I mean, he's saving a stop now. He's committed to 1. Well ahead of the rest. We'll see how much he can catch the rest of the cars, and leader gap, as we said, is, what, 27 seconds? So, if anyone really wanted to react out of these lot, they can. And convert to a 1 as well. I mean, that's the safe bet if you know, okay, there's no stress, let me just cover off the person I need to cover off, but I don't think they specifically need to cover off Ron. If it was like a championship battle, I'd get it. Just copy the other guy, no stress, now you can't do anything else against you. But none of these don't have to immediate route, and none of them are going to. Ethan has been massively caught by some large cars. F1 Kid is closing in. Is he going to defend the inside? He's not going to. Sends it down the inside with a nice clean move set up and done. Oh, he's slightly coming back, but not got enough traction, I think, to do anything with it. DRS is open and he's going to get posed even more. It's tricky. These soft tyres don't seem like they give you much more life after 6 laps of running, as I'm hearing every time he's on throttle out of a slowish corner, the rear's lighting up. I think Ethan will want to be off these tyres as soon as possible, but you just have to get some more length of race out of them before you just discard them away for this strategy to work. So we'll see. That is some time. 35 months, man, is indeed some time. Thank you, Maddie. As always, you're an alright person, I guess. 35 months is crazy. Thank you very much. Legendary stuff. How are you doing? Why are you doing? Oh, wow. Oh yeah, there wasn't one. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, fine. Hello. I forgot we did that as a Alright, I'll allow it. How are we doing? Hope we are good. Hope we are chilling and vibing. Glad you didn't check before, because I would have forgot that I hadn't done it. And then got profusely shouted at, but it's okay. It's fine. Ethan is still not in the pits! And still drifting around the gap. Raul can't afford to be behind for any longer, by the way. I'm surprised F1 Kid isn't really pulling away as well. After catching him that quickly with that many mistakes from Ethan's car, and Ethan still doing them, how is he not being dropped immediately? Crusty ass is crazy. Crusty ass. That's rude. Now use ref. That's rude. That's rude. It's good. It's money well spent, in my opinion. That's an amount of money. You should get a rail card. I would have saved you bread. Could have said that before. Anyways, I don't know if it would have first time actually. I don't know. No, it would have. Actually, no, it definitely would have. I really should have said that. I've just woken up from an outside quite well. Still a little bit of food coming after the monster sandwich I had. Not bad. Sandwiches is good. I haven't eaten dinner, so you've just made me hungry, so thank you very much. Sorry anyone else in chat who's either not had dinner or hungry, or one of the two. It's not helped your case. It happens. If I get a little bit hungry from it, you guys do too. You guys do too. And I haven't checked my phone yet. I've been either busy playing games or I'll have a look at some point. Don't worry. We've got racing action to check first. We'll look soon. Soon TM. Ish. When at some point. How in the world, still, by the way, is this the same order between second, third, and fourth? Even as, I'll admit, either everyone is just completely off pace all of a sudden, or Ethan has done extremely well to keep touch. I don't know how. I would like to say it in normal words, but I simply don't know how. But fair enough. Anyways, in the meantime, we've got a Red Bull into the pits. That's the first time one of the soft runners have discarded them. Onto a second set of soft compound tyres. Now, this is a surprise to me. Okay. The strategy, once again, was a medium and a never medium and a soft tyre in any order you like to guess. Now, I've seen hard tyres used, which means you can't be doing a two-stop, because if you are, that's just outright slower, or you're one-stopping. Or you're doing two softs and a medium? Even a hard tyre to maybe get... That's a different story. Okay. I'm not too sure why everyone's going off-piste, but I respect it. Because if it works, it's a good deal. Ryan's going to see what he can do in another set of sauce. He was a little bit down on the because I head on their train, so we'll see if it makes a difference and lets him catch up to any cars. But he can push and go aggressive again. I guess a soft tire gives you some nice confidence, I guess, so... It's not bad, it's not bad. Busy playing games, but none with me. You don't play games often! You only recently played games like yesterday, that's the... No, you don't play them. I'm gonna shout me to play Falls again, this ref, everyone move on. Talking to Bread, Tesco's out, and Ballerbread is back. Have I had this all I think I have. I can respect it. James! I don't know who the James is, but has joined the session. I respect it. Watching to spectate. Tiger Red is elite as well. How did you make the steak, Manny? How did you make the steak? I have to know. I have to know. I've had many talks about this recently today. Multiple people have been talking about steak with today. It's quite outrageous. That was an everyday, it doesn't count. It's fine. It's fine. I was tired and busy. No, I think I was just tired. I wasn't actually busy. Welcome in, James. How you doing? Hope you're good. I see you hopping good. We ain't doing an open lobby at the moment, which I wish we was. But we are chilling. That is a party invite times 2. How's the times going, man? How's the vibes going? Am I gonna have to ping the alert? Stop sending party invitations, blood! Because I can't turn them off because I'm gonna accidentally open one of them. I'm gonna time this correctly so I don't accidentally... Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna just trust it. I'm gonna trust it, it ain't gonna happen. Home stuff's good though, by the way, man. Please don't send it first. I can't have the ping going off on my ears all day long. That would be painful. Ethan is still out on the track, by the way. You're all good, man. You're all good. Don't worry. Don't worry. Don't sweat it. Don't sweat it. We're chilling. If anyone's new around here watching for what we do on a Tuesday, we're commentating on our F1 League race, NSL, Nange Super League, for all the community to just join in and hop in with. It's been a little light recently because the game's just teetering away, but that always happens. So yeah, we're wrapping up the season and then we're going to the new game. We'll cook and have some fresh faces, I assume. Have a good time. All good stuff. But for now, we've got titles and stuff to sort out. Bayern has gone and collected the fastest lap of the race on his brand new soft tires. Excuse me, brand new soft tires. But somehow, Ethan is really running these long. I'm trying to think of the benefit to doing that. I mean, I guess you get longer on your soft tires. Because, I mean, your medium tires, sorry, because you can push harder on them now. Because now you're not going to worry about them burning up. I'm not sure what the main benefit is, to be honest. Other than that, I guess it's a nice safety buffer. If you know you're not going to be challenging for anything higher, like he can keep it with F1 kids, I guess there's no stress. If he's worried about not getting the win, then there's stress. Because he's dropped so much time, he's now 6.7. That's F1 kid away from the front. That's not even Ethan's time. He's dangerously getting close to dropping out of dip. See, Josh has pitted off his normal strategy. A lap earlier than expected, I think. But Josh is into the pits for his 2-stop to start. And the soft runner is still going. A safety car would be painfully painful for a lot of people right now. Or good for a lot. Raul has finally managed to get a gap and overtake into second position. He's finally managed to do his thing. We move. Let me have a little look. Let me see. Medium rare, made a sandwich spread with garlic, rosemary and thyme, mayonnaise, balsamic vinegar. Oh, I left on the cook. Nice. Not bad. Enjoyed it. It's a good sounding thing. Yeah, I'll check later. We gotta focus on the league for now. I will check all this stuff at some point. I do eventually always check my messages. So it's good. This race right now is... It is, and Maddie, you're not in it for some reason. Oh, you're banned from being in it. You're allowed in lobbies, but just not in this. But it's... Anyways. I'm intrigued to see what happens. I would love to randomly see if Ron gets a free sticker penalty. Okay, sure. What's the gap between Josh's figure? He's well within catching distance thanks to his big gap he's got. I think if a safety car came out, the cars ahead could sneak in ahead of Josh. Nothing's looking like it's going to cause any, so it's probably going to be fine. Yeah, normally on Tuesdays it's purely just NSL, pure F1 League. We don't host any open lobbies. We used to do some afterwards, but the game has stressed me out, so I've stopped doing it after NSL. Next season we'll probably come back to when the new game. But yeah, this is purely just league racing only. We're back with lobbies tomorrow. Probably? Certainly. Hopefully I can do a watch along. I'm still not sure if I am going to be able to do one to F1 Esports. If I can, I'll do one to that. And probably bleed into some lobbies afterwards. We'll see. Check out the Discord and you'll be knowing of that. Exclamation mark Discord if you're not already in it. Easy stuff. Thank you, Maddie, by the way. Appreciate it. Gaps are in. Pit stops are in. Raul is out onto... Am I... Oh... Didn't think of that. I think I understand what's going on here. So Raul's in off his strategy onto a normal 2-stop. come out well behind Josh and stuff, and Ron is now ahead after his very early stop, undercutting Raul and stuff by miles, as expected, but quicker tyres are going to hopefully catch him. Well, that's what Raul would probably hope. Ron's case hopes he doesn't get caught. But yeah, I'd assume Ethan went for a one-stop strategy, but he's just used a soft tyre to start with instead. Didn't even consider the fact that you could just do a one-stop on soft to hard. Purely, I think, because it's just slower. But I'm guessing that's what he's going to run with. I don't know if that's going to be the best play. I have no clue. Maybe it's going to be a two-stop of some weird proportion. He's going to whack on a medium tyre later on, or maybe he's going to do the reverse bind. Instead of two softs and a hard, he's going to do a soft, hard, and a soft... Something. Just dominance is true. It could bore fans. I mean, he's second at the moment. That's mainly because Effelgard hasn't pitted yet, and still hasn't pitted yet. The two-stop strategy is just not happening. Not a single car is doing it, by the way. I think the only person who's stuck to that letter at all is Raul. And Josh, too. But, like, Josh has done it slightly... two people have done it. It's not that many of it. But fair enough. The normal one I expected to see is only be done by two. How to become a steward? CV Racing on steward, lots of expertise. I will think about adding or changing stuff of that next season. Normally I just pick people that I trust with that sort of stuff. I'm happy enough with my team now, but I do eventually want to stop doing any stewarding at all. I've gone from doing all of it to myself to doing some of it with some help. I want to eventually go to doing none of it. And literally have it. The only thing I come in with is set the rules and then come back and every week and say, so what's the pins? I don't even need to confirm it, but I haven't got to that point yet. Probably add someone by that point. But yeah, it's not like an applying thing just yet, but I'll ask people and eventually we'll figure it out. I'll probably... You'll have to ask the gang, Maddie. Not that gang. I can probably do it, just as like Verstappen. Payne, for the others, if that's true. I mean, he's leading the championship by a gap and a half. 87 points is a gap. He'd be happy with it. Hello, Ethan, by the way. He's caught Raul. How is he caught Raul? I know he came out close, but I expected Raul to run away. Why is the hard tyre in competition? I can smell a steak being cooked in my house. Don't know why I'm informing you of that, but I might as well. We move. Not tonight, Jace. We won't be doing any tonight. I literally, as soon as the race is done, unfortunately, we're going to pack it up. And I also need to eat. As I've just noted, I've smelled food. I'm hungry, man. I'm hungry. If Josh Verstappen, what am I then? Lewis Hamilton, the better driver. Ooh. Oh, we moved. Listen, the door was left open. The door was left open. Oh, I'm gonna get violated for that one. I'm gonna get violated for that one. He said it. He said it, and he beat Josh. He beat Josh well, not convincingly, but he did a good number on him that season. And if Josh is Verstappen, then listen, the game's the game. I knew he was going to mention that as well, how much... I was worried thinking, should I say that? Because I don't know how many channel points Dylan is on at the moment, and is he just going to make me wear the shirt if he... I took the risk. The game's the game. 1.7k off it. Why are you going to do it? You have no vetted in. You just want to see me in pain. Dylan, I understand. You doing it makes no sense. That's rude. That's how it is. This trio of cars is back again, by the way. So Raul started... Oh, he's doing more than pulling away. This is going to need a defense and run into the corner if he wants to keep this position. He's not going to do that. He's almost going to overshoot, but looks like he's done it... I don't know if that was even a perfect move. He just managed to survive the descent. Ron wasn't really interested in defending that too much. Raul's into P3. AlphaTauri's are second and thirds. Nice recovery. 11 seconds away, but Raul has recovered from the back of the grid to the top three. So far. Not too bad. Speaking of the top three, F1 Kid is still not into the pits. And is now got Josh right on his tail. I'm not sure what his game plan is specifically, but he will be monumentally slower right now than this other medium tyre. Best bet, I mean, he's already lost a pit stop worth of time, is to keep wasting Josh's time while he's stuck here. And I guess that'll be okay. I'm not really sure if his best plan is to do that. Let's see what they run with DRS as they're starting to make contact going for the final few corners. That's not going to be too ideal. And I do believe... I thought he was sending it. Down the inside. He wasn't. He was just heading into the pits. Denies Josh DRS, I guess. F1 Kids finally in after 16 laps. I mean, it has to be onto a hard compound tyre. I don't know if that was his best bet, but that's what he is going to run onto. It is rare. Correct answer, by the way, Dylan. Right, yeah, I was about to say, like, that's... You can't be doing that, but rare and firm in that, yeah, you're right, you're right. This is why we like Dylan out here. Hard tyres on for F1 Kid's car. He's coming out. What's the gap to the leader at the moment? Roughly, what, 20-something seconds? 19? 19 seconds to catch a medium tyre runner who is, in fairness, doing a two-stop. He's probably still bought himself some good time later on, because if Josh is still committing to a two-stop, which he has to, because he's only run 2 mediums, him slowing Josh down at any point of time means it's less time for him to catch later on, once Josh pulls off his second stop. So that's not a bad call. To be fair, Josh could still now just pit now, come up just behind him on a hard tyre and compete, but obviously I think it's too late. I think he has to commit to his 2 now. This is actually still going to be quite intriguing strategy between these two. Keep an eye on F1 Kid and Josh's race once we get later on and Josh has to pit again, which I'd expect to be mid-20s is when we're going to see probably Josh in. I want to guess. He did come in a tiny bit earlier, but he's the only one closest to a normal strat time-wise, so... That, I think, would have played. Meanwhile, Ethan has already gone past Ron. I was trying to keep an eye on that, but the front two decided to move rogue. Plymouth Dons at a Tesco lots. Repping local Tesco's. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. We move. Yeti, welcome in. Good to see you as always. How are we doing? How's the vibes? How's rugby going? Nah, Fred, how's everything going? It's good to see you as usual, you know, man. As usual. Coventry's lit. Probably. It's more northern than Plymouth, so sure. I'll allow it. Plymouth is a long way away. Ryan, tucked in the corner. No need. No need. Just be in the middle or the north of England. Life is simpler that way. It's all good. Even this slowly pulling away. Oh, who else has got a penalty as I spot? I clearly have missed that a little bit. Ah, good. Ah, so now he wants to join. Now he wants to stop it. He gets pipped by Bayern Munich, who are being pipped by low league Bundesliga teams, and he wants in. Ah, okay. Okay, I see. What's the score, by the way, Pitch? I'll check. I'll check for you before I... Look, we've got a tiny quiet moment. But it's a town of winning as well. Bayern Munich. Harry Kane has scored a pen. That would have gone down well. Arsenal, not doing good, you know. Doing good. Anyways, we move. Maddie, you don't support football. I'm not allowing you to slander football people. It's not allowed. It's not allowed. Your mum is allowed because I know she's a football fan, but you're not. Absolutely banned. This is a very stalemate part of the race where everyone's strategies are slowly taking place, isn't it? We've got the front two on 2-stop. We've got Ethan on a very oddish timed 1-stop. We've got F1 Kid on a normal, longer timed 1-stop. Ron on a very early 1-stop. Bayern on a 2 is stretching his second soft stint very far out and is not pitted in yet. Clownfish is on the normal 1-stop as well, and Kizzo, I believe, is on his also normal 1. He's only just recently pitted in. Kizzo's probably been the most normal race strat I've seen all day. Just a slight reverse. No, Manny, no. If you have to actually like football, that doesn't count. Mr. Rainey? Thank you, Renee. Go, Mr. Mania. Thank you for this. No, where's my love, man? Where's my love? Thank you for the 6 months. Okay, well, you're a legend. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're vibing. Raul is rowling at the moment. A lot's gonna go down. I don't think it'll all stay the same soon. These front two have to stop soon, but it's a good time. I hope you're chilling, you know. Right, wow, right, that's rude. That's rude from you. Yeah, I'm gonna have to delete that. Hang on. Why isn't... Yeah, boom, yeah. That was a rude comment for you, Maddie. That's crazy, that's crazy. Listen, you called him a warehouse boy. That sounds derogatory. I can't have that. Dylan, I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't have it personally. It's fine. Fine, I got you. I got you. Anyways, shall I talk about the race slightly? I think I should. I want to try and see where these front two are going to actually pop out at their stops. I think Sector 2 spin. Is that for Clownfish? It is. Not going to be a safety car, but... He has had a drop. That's going to ruin his strategy a little bit, obviously, because he's now back to the back of the grid. Josh would slip in about 5th place, 6th place. Raul's got a clean gap that would just about get him ahead of Bayern, but Bayern's just freshly pitted, so that gap is massively open, and he'll be in clean air. But Josh is just about behind F1 Kid's pace on the track if he dropped him. This here is. What did I miss from Yeti? Sorry, my bad. Let me go ahead. Ruby's going well. We're doing a trip to play University of Ottawa. One of those places that I have to say in American where Ottawa doesn't sound normal. Ottawa, Queen's University, also let's say destroyed by a Welsh club team at Fruit as players. Let's go. UK representing. I like it. I like it. That's not sick though. That's not sick. I like it. Yeah, Josh will still have the advantage. That is obviously a thing we have to know. 2-stop, he'll have the better tyres. But the longer he leaves it, it's the dilemma. It's the nice dilemma I like. The longer you leave it, the less time you've got to catch. But then the fresher tyres you've got to do the catching. I like... It's a unique thing. I mean, Josh is just going to the letter of his strategy, which he'll know is the quickest way to do it. And hopefully the rest will work out. Everkid, in the meantime, just has to pummel in all the laps he can to make sure the gap gets as small as possible now, so it's as big as possible later. It's a strategic battle is so cool. It's fun time. Dylan's a bread, by the way. Big up the bread. Also, Maddie said doghouse, that's also derogatory. You gotta stop doing this, man. That's great. These Welsh motherfuckers big as hell. Big up the Welsh. Big up the Welsh. Oh, God. Alright, no, that one, right, Maddie, that one has to go. That one has to go. Listen, you can't do that. That one actually had to go. You're moving rude today, Maddie. Where's this confidence coming from? Where's it coming from? I can't say that. It's fine. It's alright. It's fine. That was wild. That was wild. Rude. Even Yeti didn't say that and smack talking the team. He played professionally, I hope. I have no clue. I have no clue. Get his house. You can't be bullying people just because that's happening. You can't do that. You cannot do that. That's not okay. It's not okay, man. Injured TP. Right. Never spin in the middle, says. Is that clownfish at roughly... No, it's not the same point. It's slightly further on. That's a front wing gone, though, this time. Still no interruptions. I'm glad that there isn't, because everyone else, the strategy can keep going. But clownfish is mid-race not gone too well. Did just the res you never had. Appreciate you. Oh, legend. Oh, it's because that was in your shadow stream, wasn't it? Yeah, of course. Thank you for following over here too. Okay, it's okay. Well, no, it's not funny. People in the chat, don't slander anyone, please. Don't listen to this mod. She's just, I don't know, she's got some odd confidence today. I will drink more today. Paddy, you're setting a bad example for moderators, man. I don't know. This is why the unmod keeps coming through. It will be happening. That 18-second gap between F1 Kid and Josh has not got much smaller than it was before. Listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. These things happen. These things happen. It's tough days sometimes. It's tough days. Gifted sub for every North... No. I'm not... I won't accept them. I'll time you out for a week if you do that. I genuinely will time you out for a week if you do that, man. I will. Odds. You dare start the movement. And it won't happen. Nice. Yeah, I heard that as well, by the way. I heard that. If Manny says otherwise, she's lying. She's absolutely lying. I don't know why we're getting involved in Tesco slander. I don't care enough. It's fine. We can't be mod. Listen, we can't be asking for mods and stuff. It's not happening. It's not happening. I will let people know a day if that ever is actually a thing. Otherwise, no. Yeah, I don't get requests people ask, unfortunately. Not a thing we need. Not a thing we need. So yeah, what was I saying on the strategy? Yeah, I'm surprised if it isn't closed more than this. He's catching up to the car ahead, but the gap's still staying at like 18 seconds. He's not really making much inroads. I am confused. Hello, Satan, how are you doing? What has happened? Have I missed what's happened? Have I missed what's happened in my own event? I don't know. I don't know. We move. I mean, James, in short, I only add mods just when I choose. I've never done a application thing for it at all. It's only just been a thing of like I might be looking for one and I'll see who's a good candidate for it myself, and then ask them privately. That would be the only way it happens. So if you was gonna be considered for one, you'd know. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. There's no need to ask for that sort of thing. I get, to be fair, some people do want people to ask, but yeah, there's no need to ask for that. And Mandy's not wrong, to be fair, but still. We move. Now the gap's closing a little bit. Yeah, this gap's starting to go the way he wants it to. I assume F1 doesn't want to be held up too much by Ethan. He needs to make some inroads in pretty quickly. If Ethan holds it up, game's the game. Ethan keeps his position for longer, as this obviously on a one-stop. Josh gets more on his side. Ethan will be on Team Josh right now if he holds him for any amount of time. Unfortunately, none of that's happened. And he's down to 4th. Game's the game. Right. And I wasn't expecting this sort of... Why is this sort of reaction that's going... You can't... Surely this is a normal thing on stream. We can't just pop into streams and then, like, ask for these questions and then get upset when we've told you the answers. That's the normal thing. Hold the phone! And the race has been mixed up on the highest order. Oh, we've got our sensor safety car. Kizza was out of the race, unfortunately. Dropped it in the middle sector. And we've got... Well, Carfish has not opted to come into the pits, as he's just freshly stopped in. But I do believe for Raul and Josh, they have been gifted a cheap stop. A nice cheap stop where they can hop in, and their 2 stops are set. F1 Kid and co will be fuming. I think the 1-stoppers that took some early odd strategies are going to be happy, because they can now convert to a better 2-stop or whatever, but for F1 Kid specifically and stuff, he's going to be upset. Probably. Because he had a chance to probably come out ahead, and now he's going to stay where he is. Is James going to try and be a funny man? Blood? Yep, right. Okay. You continue to do that in your own time. We move. Soft compound tyres on for the front runner of Josh's round. I mean, they have to all do that. It's either that or a hard compound tyre. I'm going to assume every medium. It's a difference in tyre strategy for the leaders. That's a long stop. Was glitched. Okay, it was out. I like this. I like this a lot. This will be fun. Okay, so let me give it a sit. Let's get back to the racing and enjoy that, of course, because that's the main thing. So, the 2 people at the front were aiming for a 2-stop, and pretty much on the exact lap that they was due to hop into the pits. The exact lap, it came out. So Josh and Raul have got their perfect tyre strategies good to go and keeping front 1-2 position. Raul has gone from last to the front. Josh has controlled the lead. So fair game. Yeah, to be fair, the softs weren't doing well after like 7 or 8 laps in this one. But F1 Kid hadn't used any. And nor had he... Ethan had. So I can expect why Ethan doesn't. But F1 Kid definitely had 1-3 ready. As far as I know. So he just wanted to go into medium. So I'm assuming he's just wanting to play it safe. And go on the mediums just to make sure they don't run out too much. As we saw earlier with Ethan's car, he was on the softs for a while, but after 7 or 8 laps, he was drifting every corner exit. Which I get why he's definitely gone on a medium again, as probably also doesn't have any fresh ones. This is going to be good. It's basically a battle of can you make soft tyres last long enough under, the last few laps we've got and get the gap done compared to the rest. I have absolutely no clue. I'm here for it to see what goes down. Ron, by the way, in the middle of the pack, just chilling on a soft tyre. That's going to be annoying. In case these medium runners don't make any progress, Ron will also be hounding them from the rear of their cars. That'll be fun. All to play for. Anyone can get anything at this point. There's generally nothing off the cards. Which I like. Reno so is screwed to the fuel strategy. Not idea, but we move. Anyways, we'll see. I'm intrigued to see what we do. With this bit. Also, it does also mean I get to see Josh, Raul, and F1 Kid, and Ethan and co. all close together on the racetrack. And as I've seen many a times, they've not been the nicest when racing alongside each other. Sometimes when it comes to actually wanting to win a race. Josh might have the title pretty controlled at the moment, and as it stays this way, he'd be gaining points, 10 of them, if no fastest laps included, on F1 Kid, who's his closest challenger. So he'd be happy. But I'd assume he's not going to be happy with just giving up a race win. He's a racing driver. I'd assume he's quite a big fan of wanting to win races. How many races has he won this season, in fact? Let's pull up stats, just so we can see. I want to give people the flex they need. Josh has won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 races to his board. F1 Kid has run 3. Ethan won and Safso 2. Safso's obviously not here. Ethan is here with the 1 race win. F1 Kid's obviously here with a 3. Okay. I see if we move. I sense rain. I can taste it in the molecules of the air from the underwater grass. I mean, you can smell when it's rained. Like, sometimes when there's hay fever around pollen. Well, hay fever's going around with people because there's pollen around. Hay fever isn't a thing that goes around, it's the pollen. Not the other way. This is for let's make it sound like hay fever is a physical thing that is just floating around the gaff. Anyways. Enough about hay fever and waffle and underwater grass. The safety car's in, everyone's caught up to the pack. I do believe, is Carnfish a lap down or is the Delta just refusing to give me the proper gap? I'm actually unsure. But he's on the back of the pack regardless. When is Josh going to go is my main question. Let's have a little look. Gone a little earlier than I expected around the final few corners. All the info on the league, by the way, is in my Discord, I should say. Exclamation mark Discord, you can scroll to the NSL section, you can see all the stats and stuff. the standings, and all the goodness, which Josh will be loving that he's hopefully extending as he's got a nice, healthy gap. Raul doesn't want to let him get away, surely. He's going to push hard, because Raul would love a win. Raul hasn't won a race this season. He hasn't won in a while. A long while. To change that would be a good day. The rest of the cars, I see how well they can keep close, and I want to keep an eye on Ron, see if he starts making some inroads on the cars. Rain does smell good. Yeah, I'm glad. If you know, you know. It's a good time. It's a good time. A freshly cooked crap. I mean, it's good, but you like it's a hay fever is it's one or the other. It's pain. I do believe then she does mean she's not got the best sense of smell. Not that anyone can't. I say I do believe. I know damn well that's a fact, but still, I know others can. I think I saw, by the way, Ron's Ferrari slightly off the track for a brief moment, but he's okay and fine. I saw some dirt on his car. Just for a little bit, but he's chilling. So there's a slight split. It looks like the soft runners at the front two are actually pulling away a decent amount, only by a couple extra attempts. A couple more of those, and then they're safe and have a tiny buffer before the soft tyres start to degrade a bit too much. But with the amount of race left, I don't think, as that's very close fastest lap between those front two, I don't think it's going to be too bad. The timing of that safety car and when it's ended and how much tyre life they would have won, I think it will be okay. They'll probably be able to survive the soft tyres falling off and the mediums coming back, is what they hope. I mean, from what I think I've seen today, I think that's going to be the case. That's Inuko. Need to get that rain aftershave. Rain up. Listen, it would work on me if it was vice versa. It would work on me. It would work on me. Dylan's going to get some new stuff to his collection. Rain edition, you know. Never thought I'd see it. 1.4 second gap, by the way, as well to F1 Kit. I'd assume as well, these guys, if they want to focus on catching at any point in time, these three can't fight. Ron's dropped a position here, but like, these three cannot fight at all. They need to just catch as quick as possible and not waste each other's time if they still believe they can get the front two. If they don't, then do what you want, race as much as you like, and enjoy your time. But none of these don't want any side-by-side action whatsoever. Josh is also he's pulling a substantial gap to the car behind, let alone the different compound tyres. DRS will get re-enabled, so it might start to even the odds after this lap. I believe they'll still get not a detection. Is there a second detection point for this corner? I always forget. Or is it always 1 for 2? About to find out. Okay, so it's 1 for the same time. I always forget. We move. Let's get on board for a little bit. Describe the smell of rain. I can't. I don't know how to describe it. I don't know. I'm not too sure. Also, a good point I've only just remembered. I haven't checked any warnings for any of the front two. So I don't know if Josh is teetering on a 2 warning ending this race, although he's had no pressure, so I doubt it. If he has. That's a bit. Use colours in other sentence. I'm not good at just using, like... What's the phrase for that when you, like, can not seeing colours? Obviously you can see in colour. But you can you can describe stuff in the form of colours. I can't do that. I'm not very good at it. That's bad. I will drink some water. I got you. Maddie, you told me that before. What's the name of it? I forget. I don't know. I don't know. It smells like rain. Very helpful. Super aware. That's it. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I can't do that. I haven't got the ability to do that. I haven't got the brain power. That's too interesting to think. Lap 31. 2.2 second gap between the front two and these lot. Ron is somehow dropped away on the soft tyres. They're not done. I just assume as that's a never spin for Clownfish, I think. They're not done. Yeah, they're just... I think he's just had a couple of mistakes or so. I don't know. Sure. The game is definitely the game. Ethan then has a free shot of going for F1 Kid if he doesn't think these two are going to catch. It would be a massive, like, drop-off of pace. Massive if the front two are going to catch or be caught by these two. So I think these two might be able to go free and drop their batteries, dump it, and just go full send. Tio gets the last spot on the podium. F1 Kid will be dropping even more points, which will basically, for Josh, give him an earlier time of winning the title later in the season, if that's the way it's going to go. 10 points is going to drop right now. I do believe Raul, I think, holds the fastest lap. Let's double check and see if that's true. I always forget which screen it's on to find the fastest lap. And why is it just... There it is. It is Raul. So the team will get it, but Josh won't be getting it for his car. 3 broken front wings is... It's not. It's not ideal. It is a hard thing to describe. I don't know how to. I'm not good with doing any smell description, but yeah, that one specifically, I don't know how to do it. I don't know. The Verstappen t-shirt doesn't get worn unless the channel points ping it for me to do it. In fact, we did it last week, did we not, as well? Last NSL race, I think it was Biden made me wear it. I forget who. Was it Biden? I'm not sure who made me do it last time, but it already has happened. Josh is now got a comfy 1.2 second gap. His teammate has been well and truly gapped. What's the battery levels looking like of these two cars? 29 and 59. That is comprehensive pace. Comprehensive pace. He's delivering what he needs to do. When's the last time this man got back-to-back race wins in NSL is a question I'd like to give you, and it was China and Japan back in round 3 and round 4. Since then, has actually never had 2 repeat wins. That entire time, had a second, 2 seconds in a row, then a first, then 4 seconds in a row, and then a win last time out. What a wild scenario that Josh, despite doing such well in the championship, has not had 2 wins in a row since the first few rounds of the season. Plenty of time for that to continue changing. You could get, I don't know what, 8 rounds in a row win if you wanted, but you couldn't. There's not 8 rounds left of the season. But you could get rounds won. A lot of them. We'll see and we move. We'll see how we move. That does keep fluctuating between these two, and the gap is slowly now actually closing. It's gone down to 1.5. Between at least F1 Kid and Rao rather than the top 2, but still generally closing. I think it's too little too late for these guys to catch. If they really want to just see if they can get at least one of them, then Ethan again still has enough shooter to not fight, but I don't think it's going to happen as I see Biden. That a move I'm watching. I'm hearing the most amount of wheel spin as I went on board of his car there. Biden Ron battling in a race. A duo I didn't expect to see on the racetrack going full send with a bow. Not too bad. The cold after you wake up from a nap. Not that bad. Do you mean a cold like coughing, sneezing cold, or the temperature cold? Which one do you mean? If you mean a cold, I get it. I don't understand. Is that conference unfortunately in? Oh, it's not in. Oh, it's... I don't know why I thought that was the pit lane, but it was him going slowly. Okay. Massively confused there for a second. You should stay warmer. Keep your house warmer. Wear more clothes. And whatever warms you up, do that. And then you'll be fine. That is track limit abuse from Ron there. I don't think it's going to be more than a warning or anything like that, but I would quite like to clip that because I'm sending that to Josh for all the times that Ron called him out at Spa. That exact same sort of infringement. I'm giving him that. I'm giving him that. He'll enjoy that after the race. Hopefully he'll enjoy a good result, I'd assume he'd want, but the top 4 have closed in and arrived at the last track. Maddie's gone rogue again. Okay, as always. And Ron's gone even more rogue, apparently. Ron's just... Listen, the game's the game. I'm neutral. The game's the game. Anyone gets this vote. Anyone gets this vote. These top 4, though, yeah, they have closed up. We'll see what goes down. Maddie, you're worse than him still. You just haven't got message deleted. You're lucky. You're lucky. There's time for someone to completely screw up the base and full send at the final straight. Or any corner that they can find a breakers on that. But as I said, after the first sector, there's not much opportunity to do it. Who does what? Does anyone think they're going to get Josh and not try and send it too early and hope they can catch him by the end of the lap? Does F1 Kid think, I'm only going to get second, it's time for me to send it on just Raul? Does Ethan pick up the pieces? I don't know what's going to run down. Let's find out. Last lap's about to start with all these cars left. If Josh holds on to it, it's a fair do. If Raul can hold on and keep his teammate buffered, that's also going to help him out nicely. We move, we move. DRS is open for these 2 cars on the final straight. Battery's going to get dumped by all the cars. F1 Kid is going to try and close. So is Raul. Josh is Schumann is dropping his battery as well, and it's not enough to make any inroads at turn 1. All the stays the same. Ethan has also dropped by about a couple tenths from the last few corners and is now probably too far away to pick up any pieces. There's still time. There's the last couple corners just at the end of the straight. There's a chance. Ron has paused to sub with Prime for 23 months, which I absolutely appreciate. Thank you very much, boss. Why have you paused in the game to do that? You could have just waited another lap. I respect it. Thank you very much. Much love. Appreciate anyone who uses their primes or actual subs, whatever. It's always appreciated how everyone else ever does it. Because it's cool. It was some nice support. We love you guys a lot for that. We do love you guys a lot. These 3 ain't stopped yet. Like, they haven't stopped going. I don't know what's going to go down, as F1 Kid is very close. And these two ain't nice to each other on the racetrack when they do. Defending aggressively, who's going to send? He's decided it's too far away. I think if Raul didn't make that defensive move, he would have been sent down the inside by that Williams, and I think that has just saved him a chance. There's no space to do it. He's dropping the rear as well for the final corner. The top two on the soft survived after the safety car gave him a cheap stop. Joss has gone through the race and dominated it. He wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. Raul in second place. 1-2 for the AlphaTauri team with F1 in third. A 10-point gain for him as well in the championship. A 10-point loss for F1 is paid. Ethan does not manage to get himself on the podium. Sits in fourth place, Brian in fifth, and I believe that's going to leave Ron in sixth position, and Crownfish will eventually come home in seventh. But that's a race win. It's a points extended in the championship for both the drivers and the constructors. I'm surprised constructors hasn't actually been sorted yet. I mean, the points gap before this was 182. That won't be long until that's completely sewed up, I assume, but the drivers as well might go down the same route. Not too bad on that side. Flex right? No, no, you're not making me do that. Ain't gonna work. Generate can do a donut with no hands, but Ron can sub with prime mid-race. I mean, it's not hard to do a donut with no hands. That's not difficult. Ref. I see how it is. Anyways. That's your result. I'm waiting for Clownfish to come across the track so we can move. A blame track selection. I really hope Clownfish isn't DNF for the last lap there. That would be... ooh, painful to watch. That'd be pain. Oh, Richie passed on my message. I did not hear what Richie said, if he said something for you, so I'm not too sure. We move. God, wait, that's very... I could drop in the car for 4 seconds and spin and do a donut without touching the steering. That's very easy. Don't tell you I said hi. Rude. Tell me myself, man. You gotta tell me immediately. Pause and do it. Oh, did you? Oh. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. He never said it. He never said it. If I did error, it never said it. I didn't realise I missed it. Move. Right. Let's have a look at the provisional standings for the race so we can have a little look and see what everyone's got points-wise and position-wise. Only one person missing out on points, of course, but it's only because of the DNF. It's unfortunate. It happens. It happens. It's what happens in the league race. But either way, Josh wraps up with 25 points to his name. He'll extend the gap. He's got a 97-point gap, almost 100. With how many rounds left to go? 5. Including 2 sprints, but 5. The title won't be long away from being sealed if he keeps that momentum going, so fair play to him. Raul is second with the fastest lap for the AlphaTauri's maximum points game for the team. F1 Kid P3, 10 points down, but still stuff to go. Ethan in 4th place does not stay on the podium for another round. He had been on a streak for a little bit, but ended, unfortunately, after that run. He had been on a streak for like 4 or 5 races, including the sprint, if you want to count that. Either way. Fine in P5 at his return back for a temporary race. Ron in 6th place, Clownfish in 7th, a lap down, but still gets points. And yes, as I said, only 1 out of them. But that's it. Drivers-wise, it's getting closer to being done. We'll be back at Monza, which... oh, that scares me. That does scare me. Why have I gone for this music? We want chill music. Let's try that again. Yeah, we're at Monza next. That will be scary, but we'll see how that goes down. We move. That, unfortunately, is going to be the end, James. That's going to be the last we've got of action-wise in the stream. We're going to wrap it up shortly and raid or leave the end of it. But yeah, Monza next. Then we've got Kota, Brazil, Qatar, and Abu Dhabi. A couple sprints in there to go. At Kota is the next one. I don't know when specifically the title's going to get wrapped up. I haven't done the maths personally, but I don't see it being far off. So we'll see. But yeah. And as always, if anyone is interested in hopping in and joining in the league for the last few rounds and setting yourself up ready for the next season on the new game, the next season will confirmed be on F1 24 a little bit after launch. Details will probably stay the same as well for the new season. We're not going to change too much, but yeah. Screenshot this, send it to people, let them know how to hop in. !NSL if you're in the Twitch chat, and you'll get the link to the Discord to sign up and you can join in. If you're on the YouTube VOD, links in the description to the Discord, hop in there, same place. All the good stuff. But yeah, it's a good opportunity if you want to hop in before the new game starts, just in case you miss something. On that note, the YouTube VOD can stop and we'll see you